At the 24-yard line. The play clock's running down. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock.
Because there was no hurried movements there. No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Watch right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll power his way up near the 25. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well. And we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
They run again with Ware. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. And that way, you often control the game.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On the run, it's Ware. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Smith. Now he's flushed out left and avoids the contact by sliding. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And it's complete to Kelsey. 3 yards. 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 3 It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, here's Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's third down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
On third down, Smith. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll try the air now with Smith. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Terrell Pryor, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing, Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. The tight end, Henry, here in motion. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's got room. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Right there around the 35-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Here we go on 1st and 15. Now Jones. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. D. Ford in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Gives to the first man through, Watt. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Now he's forced out right. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Pryor has it complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Smith now to throw on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nifty move by Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 41 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Smith. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And some room to work. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Now Jones off the play fake. Dancing to his left. This is Gordon on the dump off. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 47-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. First down, Jones. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He shakes him off. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Justin Houston in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Looking to throw. Jones. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run now with Ware. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From his goal line here, Smith. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now Benjamin. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Here we go.
Jones on 1st down. Caught left side, Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup at 13 sets them up 1st and goal. Hands to the up man. This is Watt. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Jones now looking to throw on second down. Sliding out of the pocket. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Give to the fullback. This is Watt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. It's the fullback as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go play action here on first down. Melvin Ingram able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Here's Jones to throw on second down, eluding the pressure right. And he's got some space here. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Chargers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Justin Houston in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now it's Smith. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, here's Smith. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And he missed it. It's no good. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Rolling to his right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now Jones throwing on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. Henry's got it out on the left side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take a 17-14 lead. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Here's Smith. Going to throw again. It's complete to Chris Conley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3rd and 2, Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
This is Gordon. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Williams. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you can see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's third down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. On 1st and 10, Smith. Flush to his right, and he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
4 yards remaining now on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. To throw is Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And now running right through it. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 77 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And out come the Chiefs now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Second and 10, Smith again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Jones on 1st and 10. Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
After the interception, here's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. Fitzgerald's got it right side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Now it's Smith. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And not a blitz there, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Desperation time for Smith on fourth down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looks like the Chargers are going to win this thing. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Getting down to the end here, they have a two-score lead. Barely, but it's a two-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Jones. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Jones now looking to throw on second down. Forced out to his left. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Now he'll escape to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
And now here comes Kansas City. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On first down, it's Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And give them a gain of 37. First down now, but that clock rolling.
All right, partner, that's it. That's a video game highlight catch right there. Acrobatic, one hand, come down with the football. Look, if you and I are playing Madden right now, I'm throwing down my control. I'm done. That's it. I can't do this anymore. Yet, we see it happen just about every week. All these guys need is a chance, and they're making those types of plays, even if we don't believe what we just saw.
Here's Cairo Santos now for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for our visitors, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll return home next week.